Hi, and welcome to Video 101. I'm John Crossman, and in this segment we're talking about characteristics of good editing, of good editors, and one of those characteristics that I think is critical is a musical ability. I don't think you have to necessarily be a musician, but you do have to have an understanding of rhythm and pace, and those are kind of musical talents, and so that's why they're important to have to be a good editor. If you don't recognize the rhythm in life, you don't recognize the rhythm in the way people talk, in the way action happens. If you are called upon to edit to music, it's important to know the difference between what is a beat and what is a downbeat. But even people that do impressions like Frank Caliendo, I think is his name, as much of his impression is the rhythm that people talk with, is along with the voice. People that you're familiar with, they have a certain cadence, but everyone has a cadence in the way that they talk. I used to think when I was editing news that really professional politicians, they would speak in such a way that it was very hard to shorten them, and instead of taking 7 seconds to say what they needed to say, they would take 15. Of course, they could be on camera twice as long, and I'm not saying all politicians are that craven, but there were times I wondered with certain people, because what they actually had to say was not that hard, and it took them forever to say it. And I can't help but think a little bit of that was due to how much time they wanted their face on the screen.
Can you imagine living in a tropical paradise like the Hawaiian Islands and trading it for something desolate like this? There's a reason.
But having that musical ear, I think, is important. I've worked with editors that have really no musical ability, and they've been able to learn, what the difference is. 4/4 is a different feel than 3/4 is a different feel than 6/8. These are time signatures of types of music. Do you know what a crescendo is? Do you know? And I've had clients that use music all the time that don't know this, and they go, that part where it gets really loud. I go, okay, well, that's the crescendo. And so I believe it's important to develop some kind of vocabulary and some kind of understanding. I've loved music my whole life. I'm still a musician, and so these are skills that while they've been refined over the years, I've used them from the first day I started editing, and I honestly think that being able to edit in the rhythm of whether it's a reporter's voice or an interview's voice or an event and the energy that comes from the event, being able to edit in rhythm with that is something that people noticed right away and has been really a key factor in my success as an editor. So that's musical ability. In the next video, we'll talk about logic and the part that logic plays in being a good, effective editor. I'm John Crossman, and thanks for watching.